in the studio. This is take two. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen.
Right. Okay. So we'll not bother with the clock. The clock I'll hide. Just a minute. Just let me hide that clock. We're not going to use that. We're going to go straight into the show. Okay. And try that later. But we're here. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen. I can see you, so hopefully everybody else can as well.
Well, if we just take a second and go, I just go there and go here. Yes, we're both there.
Yay!
Right. Okay. So if John's watching, you should be able to see both of us. All right. Okay. Ask Angelika. Let's do the introductions. Welcome to the show. This is Ask Angelika. Practical German for Christmas biscuits. Angelika, would you like to explain what today's broadcast is all about?
Yes, I thought we're actually going to have a look at a recipe. I found one online. I looked for easy Christmas baking for two reasons. One, the easier it is, the more chance it is that we can make them and they actually taste like biscuits. And the other one is the easier it is, the easier it will be to do the translation and all that as well. So I found one. And I haven't changed anything to the ingredients. The only thing I have done is I have simplified a couple of the sentences.
Okay.
But based on what I've simplified, I've then also baked the biscuits.
With help.
I baked the biscuit. You did the cutting out, you did the rolling out and all that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we enjoyed baking yesterday. So I'm going to hide the card because it's Ask Angelika, season 5, episode 21. Practical German for Christmas biscuits. So we're back to where we normally are, and I'm going to take that off screen. Now, the way this works, there are phrases. Normally there are 10, but because we're baking biscuits, there are a lot more phrases this week. And I will read the German phrase, and then Angelika will correct my pronunciation, and together we will work out what the translation is. So let's get started. Phrase 1. Einfacher Plätzchenteig.
Einfacher Plätzchenteig.
Plätzchen. Yes.
Plätzchenteig.
Okay. And what is Plätzchenteig?
Well, Plätzchen is biscuit.
Okay.
And Teig is the dough.
Right.
So this is the heading of the recipe.
Simple
biscuit dough.
Very good. Okay. I can see a lot of numbers coming up. Let's go for it. Phrase 2. Vorbereitung 15 Minuten, Backzeit 10 Minuten, Kühlzeit 30 Minuten. So, Vorbereitung 15 Minuten, Backzeit 10 Minuten, Kühlzeit 30 Minuten.
Yeah. I'm actually a bit surprised about the order they've written it. I've copied this directly from the site.
Yeah.
So they have written Vorbereitung 15 Minuten, Backzeit 10 Minuten, Kühlzeit 30 Minuten, which to me, well, I'm not a baker really. It looks like that's the order it is, but it isn't actually. The order should be Vorbereitung 15 Minuten, Kühlzeit 30 Minuten, Backzeit 10 Minuten. But what are those three?
Right. Okay. Preparation 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Baking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And cool down time 30 minutes.
Not the cool down time. It's just the cooling time.
Proving time.
Because that's where it goes into the fridge. Yeah. Before you.
So it's proving as opposed to.
No, it's not actually proving. It is really. It needs to be cool. That's the important bit. There is no proving there.
Let's go through translation. Preparation 15 minutes, baking time 10 minutes, cooling down time 30 minutes.
Cooling time, not cooling down time.
All right, okay, fine. Okay. I'm going to try and get the rest of it reasonably accurate. Okay. Phrase 3, Zutaten.
So what's the first thing you get when you look at a recipe?
The photograph and then the ingredients.
Apart from the photograph, yeah, the ingredients. Zutaten.
Ingredients. Phrase 4. We're going to go into the ingredients now. So 250 Gramm Weizenmehl.
Ja, 250 Gramm Weizenmehl.
And Weiß is white. Oh no, wait a minute. Let's get the real translation because we want to get the ingredients right. We don't want to get them wrong. 250 grams of wheat flour.
Yeah, the Germans, so Weizenmehl, literally translated is wheat flour. And so I then did some research. I said, what's wheat flour? And where do I buy it? And so it took me quite a bit of research because you can buy wheat flour, actually labeled wheat flour, which is quite expensive. And then I found out actually it is just plain boring, plain flour.
Plain flour. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Phrase 5. 90 Gramm, sorry, 90. I've got to get this right. 90 Gramm Zucker.
Yeah, 90 Gramm Zucker.
90 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
Do that without straight on screen. 90 grams of sugar. And then the next ingredient is 125 Gramm Butter, kalt.
Ja, 125 or 125 Gramm Butter, kalt.
So 125 grams of butter, cold butter.
Yeah.
Phrase 6. Ein mittelgroßes Ei.
Ja, ein mittelgroßes Ei.
Mittelgroß is middle size. So medium egg.
Yeah.
Cooking simple and straightforward.
And that's it. That's all the ingredients you need. That's why I like it. Any recipe with 4 or less ingredients is my type of recipe.
Right, so we've got 250 grams of wheat flour, 90 grams of sugar, 125 grams of cool butter,
Yeah,
and
an egg.
A medium egg. Okay, let's see what we do with it. This is going to be interesting. And John is saying, you're back, and so are you as well, John. We even got your photograph. You've missed the ingredients, but now you can listen to the recipe. Okay, all I had to do, John, just a technical point here, is I had to switch everything off and switch it on again.
Like you normally do with the computer. Switch it off and switch it on again.
Okay. Phrase 8. Mehl und Zucker in eine Schüssel geben.
Ja, Mehl und Zucker in eine Schüssel geben.
So the flour and sugar go into a bowl.
Yeah.
Put the flour and sugar into a bowl. Step 1. Okay, if you're following this, John, you can do this at home. You just need the flour. There's only 4 ingredients. And a question, what was it, a picnic?
Not sure if he's talking about you switching over or...
No, it was fun, John. It was fun. Okay, all right, okay. You're not going to throw me. Phrase 9. So we've said, die Butter in kleinen Stücken und das Ei hinzufügen.
Die Butter in kleinen Stückchen und das Ei hinzufügen.
Right. So die Butter in kleinen Stückchen. Stückchen is a cube, isn't it?
Yeah, little pieces.
And Chen means a little cube. So make the butter into little cubes and then infuse the eye. Well, put the egg in there as well.
Well, hinzufügen is to add. So you're adding the butter, but not as one big lump sum.
Right.
Not big lump, but in little tiny pieces. You're adding the butter as little tiny pieces and the egg.
So add the butter in small pieces and the egg. Next instruction. Alles zu einem Mürbeteig verkneten.
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 We don't have a silent N really as such. Alles zu einem Mürbeteig verkneten.
Right, okay. Put everything in. Was ist ein Mürbeteig?
That's a type of dough. In English, it's a short crust pastry.
Oh, right.
Und verkneten, you've got the kneading bit in there.
Right. So you knead the dough.
Knead everything into a short crust pastry.
Good. Phrase 11. We're cooking our biscuits. Teig in Folie wickeln. Teil in Folie wickeln und für die mindestens eine halbe Stunde kühlstellen.
Ja, Teig in Folie wickeln und für mindestens eine halbe Stunde kühlstellen.
So put everything into bowl.
Some foil or cling film.
I'll put everything into cling film.
The dough. Put the dough in cling film.
Yeah, and let it stand for at least half an hour.
Keep it cold in the fridge. That's why it's not a cooling down. It's actually a keeping cold thing. Keep it in the fridge for at least half an hour. On the original recipes, it's set actually to ideally longer than half an hour. They also said in the original recipe, which I simplified a bit, they suggested to divide the dough into two parts, so that you're actually working with two parts. So you have two bits of dough in the fridge, and you take the first one out when you're ready to work with it, and keep the other one still cold. Which, incidentally, we have done. We still got half a dough in the fridge where we can make some more biscuits.
Indeed. So the translation then of phrase 11 is, scroll down a bit. I'm just trying to scroll. Yeah, got it. Wrap the dough in cling film and refrigerate for at least half an hour. So the word that came out of that was folie, which is cling film.
Folie, yeah.
Folie.
Well, alu folie is tin foil. So it is foil, really.
Phrase 12. Backofen auf 175 Grad aufheizen.
Yeah, Backofen auf 175 Grad aufheizen.
So put it in the oven at 175 degrees.
Yeah, and that's when we found out yesterday that they meant 175 on a fan oven.
So Backofen is...
The Backofen is your oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aufheizen is preheat.
Aufheizen is to preheat, yeah. They had some other words there, quite a lot, and none of them actually said fan oven as such. So I thought I could just leave it out. But then found out that when we baked the biscuits, we needed to turn it up a little bit.
Because we've not even started cooking yet. Den Teig aus dem Kühlschrank holen und ausrollen.
Ja, den Teig aus dem Kühlschrank holen und ausrollen. This is what
I've got the benefit of actually doing this with you. And so then take the dough out of the fridge and roll it out.
Yeah.
Roller. Okay. Take the dough out of the fridge and roll out. Phrase 14. Plätzchen ausstecken und auf ein mit Backpapier. I'm going French again.
No, you're all right.
Auf Papier belegtes Blech legen.
Ja, Plätzchen ausstechen und auf ein mit Backpapier belegtes Blech legen.
Right.
We did all that yesterday.
We did. Ausstecken. Cut.
Yeah. Cut out.
Okay. Plätzchen are little plätze, so they're the biscuits.
Yeah.
Cut out the biscuits and put them on backing paper, sort of what's it called? Greaseproof paper. Yeah.
Lined with baking paper. I'm not sure actually.
Baking paper.
Yeah, it is. So on a baking tray lined with baking paper.
On a baking tray lined with baking paper. Exactly. Phrase 15. Etwa 10 bis 12 Minuten goldgelb backen.
Etwa 10 bis 12 Minuten goldgelb backen.
Cook for 10 to 12 minutes until golden brown. Oh, that's I surprised myself there. That's the actual translation.
Well, bake, apart from cook. But yeah,
Okay.
but you did the golden brown well.
You could play golden brown. Get done for copyright. Abkühlen lassen und nach Belieben dekorieren. This is
Ja.
dekorieren.
Dekorieren. Ja, abkühlen lassen und nach Belieben dekorieren.
Right. Okay. Leave them to cool because you
Yeah.
don't want a hot biscuit, and then you can decorate them.
As desired, nach Belieben.
Belieben, as desired.
Nach Belieben is as desired. Because you don't have to decorate them. We didn't.
No, we didn't.
And it even said in the recipe, you don't have to decorate them. They're just as nice without decoration. But some people like, or if you do it with children, they quite like putting, hundreds and thousands and sprinkles and whatever else on there.
Let's rewind, and the sentences will be read in perfect German by Angelika, and I will attempt the English translations. We're going to rewind to phrase number 1, as we are baking biscuits.
And the recipe is Einfacher Plätzchenteig.
Oh, I thought I missed one then.
No.
Okay. Simple biscuit dough.
Vorbereitung 15 Minuten, Backzeit 10 Minuten, Kühlzeit 30 Minuten.
So these are preparation 15 minutes, baking time 10 minutes, cooling time 30 minutes. Or the cooling time. There might be 2 cooling times,
No.
Preparation, cooling.
No, because you're supposed to keep it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Well, just bear with me a minute. Preparation 15 minutes, cooling in the fridge 15 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Bake them and they're hot, and then you cool them down for 30 minutes again.
No, I don't know. That's not what the cooling time meant. That is the time it's got to be in the fridge, at least 30 minutes.
Press 3.
Zutaten.
Ingredients. Okay, we got there. Press 4.
250 Gramm Weizenmehl.
Okay, that equates to 250 grams of wheat flour.
Yeah, or for the UK market, plain flour. 90 Gramm Zucker.
90 grams of sugar. Okay. Followed by
125 Gramm Butter, kalt. And maybe I need to add there as well, that should be unsalted butter.
Okay.
But unsalted butter is more common in Germany than it is in England, whereas in England people tend to buy salted butter.
We do. 125 grams of cold butter. And finally,
ein mittelgroßes Ei.
1 medium egg. So we've got flour, we've got sugar, we've got butter, and we've got an egg. What do we do?
Mehl und Zucker in eine Schüssel geben.
Place the flour and sugar in a bowl. 9.
Die Butter in kleinen Stückchen und das Ei hinzufügen.
Add the butter in small pieces and the egg.
Alles zu einem Mürbeteig verkneten.
Knead everything into a short crust pastry. Did I read that earlier? Phrase 11.
Teig in Folie wickeln und für mindestens eine halbe Stunde kühlstellen.
Wrap the dough in cling film and refrigerate for at least half an hour.
Backofen auf 175 Grad aufheizen.
Preheat the oven to 175 degrees. I know what's happening. Next phrase.
Den Teig aus dem Kühlschrank holen und ausrollen.
Take the dough out of the fridge and roll out. Can't help doing the actions.
Mm.
Page 14.
Plätzchen ausstechen und auf ein mit Backpapier belegtes Blech legen.
Cut out the biscuits and place on a baking tray lined with baking paper.
Etwa 10 bis 12 Minuten goldgelb backen.
Bake for 10 to 12 minutes until golden brown. Then
Abkühlen lassen und nach Belieben dekorieren. A naughty me, I've just noticed a spelling mistake. Whoops.
we're not telling anybody.
No, okay, they can find out themselves.
They can. You can let us know on a postcard. Leave to cool and decorate as desired. Now, when's the big reveal?
Well, in here,
Yes,
I've got the biscuits.
you've got a biscuit.
Oh no, I can't open the tin.
Yes, you can open the tin.
Yes, I can. There's a few left in there, but I've taken some out already, and so have you. There's one of them.
And there's two of them. So these are perfectly shaped star biscuits.
Yeah.
And they are delicious, aren't they?
Even if we say so ourselves. If you remember
it's-
last year when we tried baking biscuits with this other dough and this other thingy, and it was a complete disaster.
Would you remember taking them over to Louisa's and saying, "We've had enough of these, you can try them"?
Yeah, it was one of those gadgets, and it just, I don't know. They tasted not too bad, but they looked absolutely horrible, didn't they? Whereas these really do look like stars.
They do.
So I'm really pleased with that.
Brilliant. Right now, what would you like to talk about, Angela?
I just wanted to add, the last few times I've shown or we've spoken about a course, but I thought this was a bit more fitting, my recipe journal for German learners. Now, recipe journal, everybody knows what a recipe journal is, but why for German learners? Well, that's because there is space in here. Well, for starters, I've got a conversion chart, sort of what some of the German abbreviations mean, like EL. What's an EL? That stands short for Esslöffel, which is a tablespoon. And then you can keep hold of all the, so if you wanted to keep this recipe, you can write down your ingredients. You can, and there's plenty of space to write the ingredients in German and also translate them into English. And the same goes for the preparation and any other notes. So you've got plenty of space there to copy out a German recipe, not necessarily biscuits, any recipe, and translate it for yourself, and then make any notes, like this one didn't work very well, or maybe, oh, we did like this one and it worked really well, so we've obviously translated everything right and it's a really good recipe. And the whole journal has got space for 50 recipes.
Brilliant.
I thought that might be better than a course.
Indeed.
And this, of course, could make a nice Christmas present.
It would make an ideal Christmas present. It would. Right, this has been Ask Angelika, Practical German for Christmas biscuits. We've actually made the biscuits.
And we're going to eat them now, but we'll come offline first.
Yeah, I think so. Angelika, it's over to you.
Yes, well, thank you for watching. If you ever make those biscuits, let us know how it worked. That would be really nice to see. We're taking our Christmas break because most people are far too busy right before Christmas, and we'll be back in the new year with, I don't know yet, I haven't decided yet, but whatever it will be a really good topic, and Stephen will enjoy doing it as well.
Of course.
We hope. So all we can say is frohe Weihnachten, frohes neues Jahr und tschüss von mir.
Right. Frohe Weihnachten, frohe neues Jahr und tschüss von mir auch. Bye. Done. Okay.